In sports, precision lines are vital to success. Here, Snowboard Cross goes under the magnifying glass. Snowboard Cross is one of the youngest events in the winter sporting calendar. A rider-to-rider race down a narrow course where boarders are challenged to keep control through a number of jumps, drops, and turns, whilst ultimately aiming to maintain the highest speed possible.
Being able to be as precise as you can and be able to get to the bottom clean every time is the most difficult part of our sport.
In Pitztal, Austria, some of the world's best gathered for last-minute pre-season training.
On the day of an event, you really do feel some special excitement, some nerves, some expectations, some opportunities at goals that you maybe have had set for a long, long time. All of those things combined get that emotion and feeling into your racing, and that's what really makes those incredible moments happen when you're at an event. Something that's really exciting in our sport, which not many other areas of snowboarding do, is a lot of riders will be out there on their own custom equipment.
Every rider has an assortment of boards, different shapes, different designs, flex, stiffness, length, all that kind of stuff. The precision factor when we're turning and hitting jumps and the landings and trying to pass others, it comes down to a matter of millimeters, and you need the equipment to know that when you want to move 5 millimeters to the right, it's going to go only 5 millimeters to the right.
All the top guys are so close together right now that one little mistake will cost you. You have to get every little mile per hour out of every feature that you can find.
Unlike other sporting events, riders in Snowboard Cross physically line up and race against each other, head-to-head, down a narrow and challenging course.
Start sections are really technical, obviously straight out of the gate, reaction time, that's huge. Being right on the back of the gate, not losing 0.01 of a second of difference out of the start gate.
Attention!
I think one of the skills in our sport is being able to jump straight onto the race line as quickly as possible, and that can be trickier to do in some courses than others.
You can do everything you can to make sure that the race is going to go how you want it to go, but when it comes down to it, you're racing 3 or 5 other guys at the same time. You have to really adapt, and you have to be able to think on your feet, and when you hit a jump and you have 1 or 3 seconds of airtime, you need to be able to calculate where they're going to go, how you're going to handle it, and possibly change how you're going to tackle the next turn or the next jump based on what the other riders are doing.
There's a lot of thinking going on actually on the course, because you've always got to try and make the best out of the situation you're in. There can be 5 riders ahead of you, there can be 5 in your back. It's always different.
It's never the same. Every day is totally different. You've always got a new challenge, you've always got something to push with your riding. The courses are always changing. I think it's exciting to be in a sport that is so clean cut and dry. You can't argue the fact, if you lose, you lose. And I love that. That's sort of just relevant to life in general, the way I see it.
There's not a lot of room for friendship on the track actually, but we all love each other, so it's after the finish line, everything's all good.